Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AeginaCraft. In this video, I want to give you some tips how I save money when I'm doing my epoxy resin hobby. As you know, I've been doing resin for over a year now, and I've been doing this channel full time since January. And I have a buymeacoffee.com account, which is kind of like Patreon. You can donate money to me to support me, support this channel. So if you think that I can save you some money, or I saved you some money, or if you have some pocket change you want to throw at my face, please consider supporting me at buymeacoffee.com/AeginaCraft. All that's out of the way, let me just talk about the few things and tips I found this month. Now, we all know that when we start our epoxy resin journey, we buy these starter kits, which includes the resin, the dye, the mold, the cups, and all that jazz, and they're quite costly. Now, I have these small mixing cups, for example. They are 5 ml cups, and I like them very much because they're pretty rigid and it's very tiny. And I use them as levelers and all that jazz. So I wanted to get more of these, but they're very pricey, to be honest. Yeah, you can get like 20 of these for $5 or something, or $10. I don't know. They come in a kit usually. Now, I decided to look for alternatives. So here's what I found. I usually use plastic cups, like everyday party cups. You know, these drinking throwaway English verse is English is not my first language, so I'm really trying to phrase everything right, and sometimes I just mess up the words, so bear with me here, okay? So there are these, single-use party cups, and you can buy them in the supermarket, and you can buy like 20 for $10 or 50 for $10, but they're like half a liter, so they're very big. And sometimes when I'm doing ocean wave art, I want to have a smaller cup, and I can't find it in the supermarkets because the smaller one is like 2.5 deciliters or something like it, 250 milliliters. So I went in a rabbit hole. Like, I went on Amazon, I think, and I went in a rabbit hole, and here's what I found. These are 150 ml plastic cups, and this is 100 pieces, and it costed me $2 for 100 piece. You know how I found this? You have to search for dentist mouth rinsing cup, and you're gonna find these in bulk for basically nothing. This is $2 worth. This is 100 plastic cups. This is gonna last me for a year minimum. Okay, so and it's 150 ml, so you can actually put quite amount of resin in it if you're gonna do some art. So this is my first tip to you: dentist mouth rinsing cup. Yay! Thank you. I really thank you. No, stop clapping. Okay, so next thing, spatulas. Everybody loves spatulas. Spatulas are great for mixing. Now, these spatulas are bloody expensive. If you buy it from the arts and crafts store, you can buy a 10-piece pack for $2-3, sometimes even more. Now, I like these wide ones because and the long ones because I like to stir with these, and I like to work with these. But I found them very expensive. Now, instead of going to the craft store, or instead of looking on Amazon in the arts and crafts section, here's what you do. You go on the health and beauty section, and you're gonna look for wax spatulas. So these are wooden spatulas used for professionals to apply wax, hair removal thingy on the skin. Or the other thing you can do, look for these spatulas in the Medicare section. They sell it. I bought 100 pieces per box, right? And they were like $1 the box, and I bought a carton for 12 bucks. So I have like 1,200 for 12 bucks instead of buying the 10 piece for 4 bucks or 100 piece for 4 bucks, you know? So that's the other thing. Look for them in a different category, okay? So if you want to get the same thing, try to think of what alternative industry is using the same thing, what I want to use in my arts and crafts. And that industry probably uses more of it. Okay, let's take, for example, mica powder. We all know mica powder. Epoxy resin craft is based on mica powder. Now, where do you think people use mica powder in larger quantities? I'll tell you, in soap making, in makeup making. They use them in kilos of batches, okay? And one more thing, they use it to color concrete as well. They use it to color floor resin. Imagine they pour out the resin, the epoxy, onto the floor, gallons upon gallons upon gallons. Imagine how much mica powder they would use if they buy it in the 5-gram bottles. Okay, so what you need to do is look for these industries online and look for the supplier companies. Thus, you're going to be able to buy it in bulk. Craft paper. Do not ever buy craft paper again. You know, you put craft paper down when you're doing your silicone art. No, what you do is buy grease paper roll. Does the same thing, okay? And because it's grease paper, it has an oily surface on it, which makes the silicone not stick to it. Not the silicone. The silicone doesn't stick to it either, but I'm talking about the resin. I'm sorry, I need to take a sip of water. Sorry about that. But yeah. So grease paper. Now you can buy this in the supermarket, pre-cut to size for your convenience when you're making cookies. Buy it in a roll. This is a 10-meter roll, 38 centimeter wide, and this is also gonna last me years. If you want to use plastic, you don't buy the cling film for the food. No. You're gonna buy the big roll, what companies use to cover pallets with, so the things doesn't fall off. Buy 2 rolls of that, you're sorted for the rest of your life. Okay, so these are my newest findings, and these are my newest tips and tricks. I hope it was some sort of use for you. If it wasn't, please pass this video on to someone who might be able to use these tips and tricks. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please, because most of you are not subscribed who are watching, and subscriptions would help me a lot, to be honest. Views help me a lot too, but most of all, support directly helps me the most to pay the bills, and it makes me able to do this full time, and I only have to do a few side gigs here and there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you guys got something out of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!